So how much are you gonna pay?
$3. This is home, truly, where I know I must be, where the river always flows. So today we're gonna check out Singapore's most expensive and cheapest buffets. You wanna come?
No.
We already know Singapore has so much to offer in terms of food, and it's no surprise that its buffet scene is some of the best in the world. Today, we're going to be checking out some of Singapore's most expensive and cheapest buffets. We're starting off our journey at one of the most iconic hotel institutions in Singapore, at the InterContinental. I hope they don't have a dress code. I didn't eat yesterday, so I'm ready. I'm ready for like at least 10 plates. Okay, so today we're trying out a Sunday champagne brunch at Luce at InterContinental. That's right, free-flow champagne. So I'm really excited to see what they have in stock for us. All right, what are we starting with?
They say start every buffet with some vegetable salad.
That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Let's go get cheese. First things first, I've got to start with the cheese section because why is cheese so expensive in Asia? And don't get me started on the butter. Free flow Asia butter, I'm putting this on everything. Eee, shiitake mushroom, no, my enemy. I'll grab a plate of oysters as well. Cheers. The pizza is really good. And I put nice, it's crispy, it's fresh. The bottom isn't soggy. Luckily for me, I got the opportunity to sit down with Chef Andrea to find out more about his vision behind this extravagant buffet. What was your inspiration behind the buffet?
Well, our branches, of course, we call it international. There is a bit highlights from all around the world. We have a Chinese cuisine, a bit of Malay, we have Italian food as well, and of course pizza. And every month we do a little changes on the menu. Singaporeans nowadays, they really know well what a good cut of beef tastes like, where the seafood coming from, the freshness. So we always have on Luce premium seafood ingredient, mussel, scallop. On the Sunday brunch we have lobsters as well. I believe, Singaporean guests, they can recognize quality. We have cheese wheel pasta, yes. We always have every dinner, especially on the brunch as well. So it's a whole cheese wheel. This is a Grana Padano, is 36 months age. So still sweet, milky flavor, as well a bit of saltiness, around $1,000. We use 2 cheese wheels per month.
That's amazing. It's thick though.
How many oysters do you go through every week?
In between 2,000-3,000 a week. That's not much. Can recall one of our regular guests. It doesn't come every week, but normally every 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks. I think on average is going through at least 30 to 50 oyster. He's sitting in, order his drink, a cup of coffee, and he goes through 30 to 50 oyster. That's the appetizer, yeah. Then he eats a bit of pasta normally and go through a little bit of sashimis.
That's impressive. So Chef just came around and he was talking about how the secret thing that he does after the brunch hour is he makes this ravioli with the taleggio cheese, which is like one of the stinkiest cheeses. He came by and made it for us. Look at that. This looks beautiful. Look at that. There's like pecans or walnuts. Here we go. Mamma mia. Delicious. Good job, Chef. There's like a hint of lemon in there. The arugula is nice as well. It cuts through the richness. Chef Andrea, I love you. I've eaten as much as I possibly can. And I've barely even scraped the surface of this buffet. But unfortunately, I have given up and I'm gonna try and eat some desserts now because, you have one stomach for food and one stomach for desserts, right? My food stomach is gone. Absolutely gone. Yums. Okay, this looks amazing. All right, let's go and eat. Okay, gonna try some desserts now. Cempedak cake. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a very nice, like, moussey texture. I think there's actual cempedak pieces in there as well. The base layer is like a pandan coconut chiffon cake. I like it. This is, what, did you just get me an Oreo cheesecake? Basic. Vanilla sorbet. Is that vanilla? It tastes like coconut. That's nice though. Tiramisu. Oh, yes. The tiramisu is a yes. I'm so full. I think for the price, honestly, I think it's worth it if you come on a Sunday because you've got the champagne brunch as well. Free flow, by the way. I'm not the biggest fan of like cold seafood, to be honest. So for me, I would come here for the cheese and the meat. The desserts are absolutely phenomenal. If I had more space, I would eat them all. Unfortunately, I didn't even get to scratch like, what, 50% of the buffet. There was still like the Indian section with dim sum. I did what I could, guys. I did what I could. It definitely shows you a side to Singapore that's probably more well known to those of you who have seen Crazy Rich Asians, but there is more to Singapore than that side. And we're about to find out, because the next buffet we're going to, it's the complete opposite of what we experienced just now. So this is probably the cheapest buffet you can find in Singapore because technically you could eat here for $1. We're about to find out why. So as soon as I got to the building, I was a bit lost. Like, this place looks way too fancy to have a pay-as-you-wish buffet. Like, what? I go in, I'm even more confused. It smells like I'm in a 5-star hotel, and the coffees are like $7. Then I walk in a bit more, and I get to this amazing whiff of like curry or something deliciously spicy that penetrates through the 5-star smells. So I came here on a weekend, but usually this place is absolutely packed on weekdays. So right now I'm at Annalakshmi, which from the outside might seem like your usual Indian buffet. But actually what's interesting about this place is it's a pay-as-you-wish buffet. So there's a lot of different stations here. You got your rice station, your curry station, your dal station, rasa, drinks, desserts, chapati. So originally Annalakshmi was run by a bunch of grandmothers, apparently, that came together with their own recipes, and they just wanted to provide like good home-cooked food for an affordable price to the masses. And their kitchens are entirely run by volunteers, and I think it's really great that there are still places like that in Singapore. Like, I haven't even tasted the food yet, but it looks delicious. So I'm gonna dig in right now. Okay.
My name is Ramon.
Nice to meet you. At this point, I thought I was gonna get stopped for filming or something, but I just got approached by a fellow diner telling me about how much he loves the food at Annalakshmi. He proceeded to tell me about how all the food tastes really authentic and homemade, and he gives about $15 usually because he thinks it's really, really worth it. So, my friend Pramod said that this is a mixture of North Indian and South Indian. North Indian part is the roti, but the South Indian part is everything else, like the tamarind rice, tomato rice. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna try the tamarind rice. It's got like peanuts in it. So interesting. I've never had tamarind rice before, but you can see like the rice grains are very small. I think it might be like pony rice. Oh, the peanuts are crunchy. Oh, that's nice. It's like sour and crunchy and also soft and fluffy. It's getting busy here. This roti looks really nice. It's got a nice char to it. Oh, does authentic mean spicy? It's spicy. I imagine that this is like a dosai base. And I'm gonna dip it in this guy. Oh, that's nice. There's a hint of sourness from the uttapam. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Green coconut chutney. There we go. Very strong on the coriander taste, but it's very, very good. So far, these flavors taste really bold and home-cooked, sort of comforting dishes. There's nothing extravagant about it, you know, there's no caviar or whatever. But for a pay-as-you-wish buffet, this is worth it. So I'm gonna try the bade. You've heard of crispy bade, but this is wet bade. To be fair, this is also really good. The dal and the uttapam with the coriander chutney situation. That was delicious. If I were to compare this to the InterContinental, it would be incomparable. They're two different things, to be honest. There's less choice here than the InterContinental, but it is more packed. It's very different. I can't compare the two. So I think it's really mind-blowing for me to see that in one of the most expensive countries in the world, there are still people that care enough to go through the effort of bringing a pay-as-you-wish buffet concept to life. And more so, to have it in the center of town. You're surrounded by like all these suits, corporate people that come from all walks of life. This place is for everyone. Is it worth it? Absolutely. The quality here is not compromised. But of course, if you can afford it, like me, don't be stingy and pay as much as you can afford because this is all for a good cause. So don't be stingy.
So how much are you gonna pay?
$3?
Thank you. Thanks.
It has been quite a journey today, and I feel like I've seen all sides of Singapore. From the extravagant side of Luce, where I can have basically any cuisine from the world just transported to that little buffet because of how much of a hub and how international Singapore is, and how easy it is to be able to source good quality ingredients. And then I got to see the side of Singapore that cares. To open a pay-as-you-wish buffet in the heart of the city. And it was just really quite a heartwarming experience to see that people are still dedicated to doing this and still dedicated to showing there is good in Singapore, despite it being a fast-moving country and all that. Oh god, I'm hitting the food coma.